Welcome to Speak English with Energy.
Hey everyone! Welcome back to Speak English with Energy. I'm Victor, your host today.
And I'm Lisa. We're diving into why smart people often feel lonely.
Picture this. You're at a party, surrounded by laughter, but you feel out of place. You try joining a conversation, but somehow it feels like you're speaking another language.
That sounds familiar, doesn't it? It's like you're there, but not really connecting.
Exactly, Lisa. And this ties into why smart people might feel this loneliness more.
It can be tough, especially when you're learning English and want to fit in.
Yes, language is key. Trying to express complex thoughts in simple words can be frustrating.
And when others don't understand, it can feel isolating, even if you're really trying.
Right. And that feeling is what we want to explore today, how it affects learning and growth.
Stick around, because we'll uncover how to bridge these gaps and connect better.
You know, Lisa, I remember a time when I felt really isolated in college. I was in this philosophy class, and I had a lot of ideas about the topic. But when I tried to share them, I realized my classmates weren't quite following along. That class was supposed to be a discussion, but it felt like I was talking to a wall.
That must have felt really lonely, especially when you had so much to contribute.
Absolutely. It was a great learning environment, but I felt strangely out of place. It made me second-guess whether I should share at all in future discussions.
Did it change how you approached conversations with classmates after that?
Yes, I started to hold back my ideas, only sharing when I felt it was simpler.
So you adjusted your approach to blend in, but lost some of your unique insights?
Exactly, Lisa. It was a trade-off between fitting in and expressing my true thoughts.
That sounds tough, balancing authenticity with the need to connect socially.
It was challenging. That's why I think smart people sometimes feel this disconnect.
It's an important topic, and finding ways to bridge that gap can truly help.
Another reason smart people can feel lonely is because of how others perceive them. There's a common misconception that smart people prefer to be on their own. But that's not always true. Many actually crave meaningful connections, just like anyone else.
I can see that. So it's not about wanting to be alone, but maybe being misunderstood?
Exactly, Lisa. For example, picture someone at a party who gets asked a tough question. They give a detailed answer because they love sharing knowledge.
But sometimes that can make them seem like they're showing off, right?
Yes, and it might lead to them being avoided or not included in future conversations.
That must be frustrating. They're just sharing what they know, but it's taken the wrong way.
It is. And over time, it can make them hesitant to really join in at all.
So, they might end up feeling isolated even in a room full of people.
Absolutely. It's a tough cycle for anyone who values deep, intellectual conversation.
What if they tried engaging with questions instead of lengthy answers?
That's a good strategy, Lisa. It invites others in and keeps the conversation flowing. So, one practical tip is to start conversations by asking open-ended questions. For example, At a dinner party, instead of diving into facts, ask, "What inspired you this week?"
That's great, Victor. It opens up space for others to share their stories too.
Exactly. It shifts the focus from just sharing knowledge to building connections.
I imagine this helps in not only social settings, but also in professional ones.
Definitely. It makes interactions more engaging and less intimidating for everyone involved.
And what's a common mistake people when trying to connect this way?
A big mistake is not listening actively. They ask a question, but then talk over the answer.
Active listening is crucial, right? It shows you value the other person's perspective.
Yes, and it encourages a deeper, more meaningful exchange.
So, for this week, our listeners should try asking open questions and really listen.
Yes, and see how it changes the dynamic of the conversation.
I think they'll notice even the small changes make a big difference.
Exactly, Lisa. It's all about creating an inviting space for everyone to feel included.
So today, we explored why smart people might feel lonely.
Yes, one reason is they often seek deeper connections, which aren't easy to find.
And they can feel isolated because their interests or ideas are misunderstood.
Right, that can create a sense of separation from those around them.
Finally, we talked about how self-reflection can sometimes lead to overthinking.
Exactly, it can make them more aware of their differences.
If you're feeling lonely, try joining a club or group that shares your interests.
That's a great tip, Lisa. It helps find people with similar passions. You know, I once joined a chess club in my neighborhood. At first, I was nervous about meeting new people.
I bet it was a bit intimidating at first.
Definitely. But then, I found everyone there shared a love for chess. We started discussing strategies and sharing tips, and I felt a real connection.
That's amazing. Did you end up making new friends there?
Yes, I did. We even started meeting outside the club for coffee and chats.
That's a great example of how shared interests can bring people together.
Absolutely. It helped me not only improve my game, but also build friendships.
It shows that stepping out of your comfort zone can lead to wonderful experiences. And remember, everyone, please subscribe to our podcast if you enjoyed this episode.
Yes, we'd love to have you with us each week.
See you next time on Speak English with Energy.
Thanks for listening. If you enjoyed this episode, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Keep learning, keep growing, and keep speaking English with energy. See you in the next episode.